Thank you, to brothers, ladies, and gentlemen out there. Welcome to Greek 112, Study Unit 6. We're getting to Lesson 5. Right. Okay, and just some few. Did I see something on the screen? Someone wants to ask something there? Your test yesterday, I hope it went well. I'm still busy marking it. And remember, next week, Tuesday, same time as yesterday, it's a test for lesson 3 and 4. That is the feminine and the masculine nouns. Okay? Right. Today we are looking at the Greek definite article and the adjectives. Okay? You know what the definite article is. You still remember what an adjective is. What is an adjective?
Describing weight.
What is it?
Describing a noun.
It's a word that describes another, or it describes a noun or another noun. Okay? What is the word which describes a verb called? That is an adverb. So when we talk about adjectives, we are busy describing what? Nouns. When we describe verbs, we talk about adverbs. Please, you must know those things. Right. First and foremost, let's look at the definite article. I won't take much time on this, but then to refresh your memory, the very first lesson dealt with alphabets, vowels, diphthongs, and so forth. And I hope you got that right yesterday in the test. And then we had study unit 2A and 2B dealing with English and Greek syntax, how nouns, verbs, and prepositions and so forth work in English and in Greek. Study unit 2 dealt with the features of Greek verbs, the present indicative active and the present infinitive active. You remember luo, lueis, luei, luomen, and so forth. And then lesson 3, we dealt with Greek nouns and of the first declension. That is the feminine nouns, okay? And then lesson 4, last week, dealt with the Greek nouns of the second declension. Sorry for this irritation, I have sinus today. And then today we are looking at the forms and the syntax of definite article and the adjectives. Okay. That's basically what we will be doing. Introduction to Greek. Is it Greek nouns? No. We're not looking at Greek nouns. We are looking at the Greek definite articles. You can delete that. Sorry, my slides are full of mistakes. Recognize the forms and the syntax of the definite article. That's what we want to achieve. Recognize and explain the forms of the first and the second declension of adjectives. Recognize and explain the cases with special verbs. I will just refer to the book. You have it in the book. And the form and the syntax of the definite article. Right. The syntax of the definite article in Greek is basically similar in many ways to that of English or Afrikaans. In general, the definite article identifies, limits, or defines the noun it precedes. If I say a man and the man, what is the difference? You don't know a man, but you know the man. It's definite, okay? But then that's basically what we're talking about also in the Greek syntax of a definite article. Now, the definite article in Greek, just like nouns, will be spread across gender, across number, and so forth, and across the cases. Now, having mentioned those three things, what did I mention? I said a definite article in Greek will be spread around across gender, around case, and number. And those are the three characteristics of a Greek noun, if you remember. The three characteristics of a Greek noun: case, number, and gender. The definite article also will always follow that. Because the definite article will always come with a noun. Not always. Sometimes the definite article will come alone. But it has the three characteristics of a Greek noun: case, number, and gender. And this is what we are going to have here. All 6 of them. Now, let's divide our table in that way. We have the singular forms in all genders, and we also have the plural forms in all genders. Okay? Sorry, I'm holding this. I must just come back. And you have all of them, the nominatives. Say, for instance, in the nominative, you have that ho. Okay? If you want to have your ho theos, most of the time in Greek, the definite article will appear with proper nouns, but you don't have to translate that. Say, o ho Paulos. Sorry. The Paul. You don't normally translate the God. You always say God, okay? Or Paul. That's a funny way. In Greek, the definite article will always appear with proper nouns, but you don't translate it as definite. You just call the name. All right. In the feminine, you are going to have he. Okay? And in the neuter, you have to. To teknon. The child. Okay? He adelphe. The sister. But ho theos or ho logos, the word. We are no longer talking about a word. We're talking the word because it has now the definite article. In the plural form, you're going to have hoi. Hoi logoi. Remember, I will erase this. Hoi logoi. Or ho, that is hoi logoi, or ho logos. In the singular, ho logos, the word. But then when you go to the plural, it will be hoi logoi. Look at that, endings and that. The singular and the os. Then it's the words. Okay? And then in the feminine, we will have high. High adelphi. High adelphi. There you have an accent, sorry. And then in the my thing, it's not, it's on top of that I, sorry. Ta in plural, like to teknon, singular, in plural, ta tekna. Yeah, that's why you have that ta tekna, to teknon. This is only the nominatives. Okay? This is only the nominative. let's see the accusative. Then you have your ton, logon. All right? Ton, logon. And then the feminine will be ten. The neuter will be to. You know the neuter all the time is mimicking that. Okay? And then in the accusative plural, you will have tus. Sorry, it looks like a theta there. It's not a theta, it's a omicron. Ton, and then plural, tus. Yeah. The feminine, ten, and then you have tas. If you want to say, or you get a sentence where the sisters are actually direct objects, it will be tas adelphas, the sisters. Okay? Tas adelphas. And then the plural form again, ta. I'm sorry for these sinus are really troubling me. You have all this in page 22 of Croy. And then the genitive you can fill in, and then you have the tu. In the feminine, what do you have? Tes. In the neuter, tu. It's just like your your masculine. In the plural, then you have tu, and then you have the tuon, and then what do you have in the feminine plural? Tuon again. In the genitive, neuter also you have the tuon. So the tuon it's across in your plural forms. They are the same in the genitive. Okay? And then we come now to the dative. That subiota. We have the toy. Okay? And then the dative, what do we have? What do you have in the dative? They. Okay? With the subiota again. The they. And then the neuter, what? Just like your masculine. Ne. Okay? And then the masculine plural, dative, you have toys. The feminine, what is that? Ties. Okay? And then you also have toys, just like your masculine. Okay? These are just the definite articles. Alright. The definite articles. Case, number, and gender, all summarized. You don't have a vocative in the definite article. You can forget about it. All right. So these are the forms and the syntax. They will always come. What is? Oh, again. Characteristics of Greek adjectives. I'm done with the definite article. Just read the syntax, and you will. The more we do the exercises, you will see how definite articles work. And I hope to do just one exercise with you today. Okay? Characteristics of Greek adjectives. Greek adjectives will agree in case, number, and gender with the nouns they modify. Okay? Just like your noun. Adjectives will always be there to modify what? To modify a noun. Say, for instance, I say a good boy. What is good doing there? It's there to motivate, to modify what? A boy, the boy. So they will always agree in case, number, and gender with the noun it is modifying. All right? I'm going slow here on this so that you can follow me. Kalos logos. Kalos logos. A good word. Now these two, this is an adjective. You're talking about an adjective here, and then you talk about the noun. They agree in three respects: case, number, and gender. Look at that ending. It tells you it's masculine and it's singular. If it was plural, how would it be? Kaloi logoi. That is good words. Okay? It will look like that. Kaloi and then logoi. Look at that ending. They will always agree in case, number, and gender. And then what is the case here? If you look at that ending, it's nominative. Ne? Your nominative. That os ending, nominative. The on ending, if it's direct object, you would be having like kalon and then kalon and you have logon. Look at that. A good word, if it's in a direct object. In the genitive, you will have ka, lu, and then you have lo, gu. Always agreeing in case, number, and gender. Okay? Any question? Are we all fine? So we're talking about the characteristics of Greek adjectives. I'm emphasizing the point here. Greek adjectives will always or will agree in case, number, and gender with the nouns they modify. Good. My Afrikaans class, please, if there's any question, I hope today it will be sorted out that your microphone will be able to speak to me. Okay? So if you have any question, please, I don't want to leave you behind. You must ask. You can speak to me. Let's see what is next. Okay, that is just a further example. The first one, a good word, and then the second one, kale, ge. They are all feminine. We said in all respect, case, number, and gender will always agree. A good land, without a definite article, right? There is no definite article in that instant. I will talk about the definite article a little later. And I hope I have another example, kalon, ergon. A good work or a good deed. Look at the endings. They are the adjective and the noun always agree. Okay? You won't have something here and something different there. They will always agree. Okay. You getting those examples? Good. I'm going very, very slow now because I don't want to leave you behind. You got those examples, right? Afrikaans class, please. If there's anything, speak to me. Oh, this is something else. Now we come to the types of adjectives. Types of adjectives, we have three types. There are three types of adjectives in Greek. And what are they? The so-called attributive adjective. Its function is to identify or describes a noun by attributing some quality to it. by attributing some quality to it. Says mistake there. It identifies or describes a noun by attributing some quality to it. We can have an example here. The good boy. Look at that. What is it doing to the boy? If I have 20 boys in the class, then this one is not like the rest. He has been identified, and we are describing him, and the adjective is adding some attribute to him. He is not a bad one, he is a good one. And he can be singled out from the majority of the boys. We describe him, we identified him, because the adjective has done its work. It has added some attributes to it. Good, or it can be negative or positive. It can be a bad boy. Amongst or out of the whole class, we have this one bad boy. And he has been also identified and described. Unfortunately, the attributes are not nice. He is bad. Or he is the evil boy. Or the evil man. And so forth. Okay. Now, in Greek, there is a way of writing this. You don't just write things around. In writing your attributive adjective in Greek, there are three possibilities. The first possibility is your article and the noun. Let's say, give me any example. Adelphos, or let's use logos. Ho, logos, Carlos. No. Ho, oh. Ho, Carlos. This is the way how you should write an attributive adjective. What is the theory behind it? Just listen to me now. The theory behind writing an attributive adjective is the noun and its article. The adjective and its own article will always be there. Or if the adjective does not have an article, then you must have an article, and then comes your adjective and then logos. Ho, Carlos, logos. The adjective must be situated between the article and its noun. Okay? Is there someone, Mafikeng, you want to speak? Mafikeng, do you have any question? I see the microphone open. If you have any question, please indicate to me so that we can go together. Okay? If your adjective does not have its own article, then the adjective must be situated between the article and the noun. Are we there together? Or the noun will have its own article and the adjective will come with its own article. Then you still, okay, there is the third scenario. The third scenario is both of them appears without articles. Logos can be there, that can be there, doesn't matter. But both of them do not have articles. And then all these three, you translate it as the good what? Word. The good word. Will you remember this? 3? This is the most difficult. The attributive adjective constructions is the most difficult. The other two are very straightforward. The article, in the first scenario, the adjective will have its own article. You can start with ho Carlos, ho logos. Doesn't matter the word order. Just look at the article. And then also here, there is no other way. The adjective must be between the article and its noun, or both of them must come without articles. Then the translation would be attributive, the good word. Are we there? Good. Now let's go to the second type. Mafikeng, if you still have questions, I'm waiting for you. I saw your microphone opening. The predicative adjective is used with a linking verb. I'm sorry for that. Should have a space there. A linking verb to be, or the form of Amy is. Estin. I asked you this yesterday in the test. Estin means is, okay? To assert something about a noun. And I have an example. I hope it comes. No. Let's just leave that so we can have a space. I will give you an example. I'm still using the same phrase. Ho logos. And then you have Carlos. What is the difference between this and the 3 scenarios here? Remember them. Ho, logos, ho, Carlos, and then ho, Carlos, logos, and then Carlos, logos. And those are the good word. That's attributive. Now we come to the predicative. In the predicative, the theory is simple. The adjective is situated outside the article and the noun. The noun and its article. It can be Carlos, ho, logos. How do you translate it? The word is good. The word is good. It's not the good word. That's why we talk about predicative. And there you have your copular verb, is. The word is good. It's no longer the good word. Okay? It means the same thing. But the constructions differ. And this is simple. That is that. Here it's, Carlos, ne? Yeah. Ho logos, Carlos. So Carlos, ho logos. But then it's never in between, and also it does not have its own article. Okay? It's not in between, and still it does not have its own article. Sorry for that. I hope you have it already. Let's see the third one. Oh. The so-called, the substantive adjective. The substantive adjective. What is happening with the substantive adjective? The noun is omitted. We don't have a noun. And the adjective itself functions as a noun. Okay? That's the substantive. I will give you an example. The noun is omitted. We don't have a noun. But then the adjective itself functions as a noun. So many examples in the Bible. The dead will rise. The dead. Dead is an adjective. A dead girl, a dead boy, a dead snake. Okay? Dead is an adjective itself. But then or dead people. Okay? But in this instance, I'm not talking about, there is no anthropoi there. I'm just using my adjective alone. The dead will be raised, or the dead will rise. Okay? When Christ returned, then we are using the adjective in place of the noun, or the noun is omitted. We are just using an adjective itself. Yes?
How can we know if the dead is singular or it functions singular or plural?
Okay, I will show you that, and it's also there in your book, in page 25. Many a times you will find it in plural or singular. You have the faithful ones. Okay, I'm referring now to page 25. All my brothers on the other class, you have hoi pistoi, the faithful ones. But then it can refer to the singular, the faithful one. You can have ho pistos. Okay? And then here we're talking about the dead. What is the Greek word for the dead? Not death, thanatos, but the dead. Huh? Ho necros. The dead. The dead one. If it's plural, it will be hoi, hoi, that, hoi, necroi. So therefore it will be the dead ones, okay, or the dead people. Again, you must note the gender. If it's masculine, it refers to the masculine. It can be the dead men. If it's feminine, then you can also translate it as the dead women, depending on the gender, or the dead things, if it's high necrai. Okay? Remember, the adjective goes to the rest of the genders. You can have it in masculine, feminine, and neuter, just like your definite article. Okay. So here, the substantive, the noun is omitted, and the adjective itself functions as a noun. Are you there? And then in page 23, there you have an example of Carlos in all the 3 characteristics of a Greek noun: case, number, and gender. Okay? Now, how do I pass a definite article or an adjective? First of all, you tell me this is an adjective or it's a definite article, and then those 3 things: case, number, and gender. Case, gender, and number. Whether it's nominative, whether it's masculine, whether it's singular. Okay? And then the dictionary form. What is the dictionary form of tu or of they? If you pass it, then you will tell me this is a definite article. And secondly, case, you will say it's dative. Number will be singular. What is the gender? Feminine. Vrouwelijk. And what is the dictionary form? What is the dictionary form of they? No. Hey, the feminine. What does it mean? There. That's how you pass it. How would you pass toy? You would tell me is the definite article, case, number, and gender. What is the case? What is the case? Dative. Number, singular. And what's left? Masculine. Of what? Of what? What is the dictionary form of toy? It will be ho. What it means? There. And so forth.
It doesn't matter the order of case, gender, number.
No, you can case, gender, number, whatever. Yeah. Okay. So that's how you should pass the definite article. And also the adjective is the same thing. Say you have an adjective, Calais. How would you pass it? You will tell me this is an adjective, then case, number, and gender. Look at that ending. What is the case? It's a dative. Number or gender. Okay, then it's feminine, vrouwelijk, and then it's enkelvoud, singular. Nee. Of what? What is the dictionary form of that? No, we're talking feminine, remember? It will be Calais. Okay? What does it mean? Good. You explain those three types. If it is in your explanation, we will do this in the class. In your explanation, then you tell me whether it is attributive, whether it is predicative, or substantive. Please. That's why I started with those three. You must, in the explanation, then you look at the construction. You look at its construction, you tell me whether it is fulfilling its role as an attributive adjective, or is it a predicative adjective, or it's a substantive adjective.
So, Prof, so we can look for the word Carlos and Calais and Calon in the dictionary.
Yes, you will get them. All three of them, Carlos, Calais, Calon, they are all there. They are there. These are adjectives, and this is how adjectives work. Okay? I want us to finish this quickly so we can at least treat one sentence together where there is an adjective and parse everything and all that. And then its meaning, we have talked about that, and then explain. Okay? Okay, we're done. Practice and review. Parse all the nouns, main verbs, and then translate. Also the adjectives and so forth. And those, just make sure, you go and work on all those sentences. New Testament also, and LXX. I'm taking those numbers very seriously. And I won't forget to tell you, enjoy your day. Good. Now, in say 5 minutes or so, just do this, and then we can just take one sentence. And what's going on now? Oh. Sorry for that. Okay. Are we all there? Just in 5 minutes. Let's have a sentence and we can work on it. The very first sentence in page 25. Dikaios kai hagios hokurios tu uranu. Funny enough, in that sentence there is no verb, but there is a verb. There is no verb as you would find it, like a present, indicative, active, and so forth. Okay? Dikaios kai hagios ho kurios tu uranu. You look at all the adjectives and the nouns and how they are constructed, then make sense of your sentence. For instance, there is no verb, of course, but the first thing that is attracting me there is ho kurios. Okay? Ho kurios. And I pass it. That is a noun, and it's nominative, and it's masculine, singular, of kurios, meaning the Lord. Okay? So that is the Lord. I have it. The noun next to it, tu uranu. That is a definite article with a noun. Tu uranu, I pass it. It's a genitive, masculine, singular. Genitive, masculine, singular of the word or noun uranos, meaning heaven. And it's genitive. And then now, if I go back to my hokurios, it will be hokurios tu uranu, the Lord of heaven. The Lord of heaven. But then you have two adjectives before that. You have dikaios, kai, hagios. Look at the position of, please listen there. Look at the position of your adjective. Where is your adjective? Look at the noun. The noun is ho curious. Are you there? Your adjective is standing outside the article and the noun. What type of an adjective is that? In other words, you have hagios. You have hagios ho. Hagios ho curious. What type of a construction is this? Predicative. And then you have two of them. Okay, first, how would you translate a predicative adjective? It's not attributive. It is not the holy God. It is predicative. The Lord is holy. Okay? The Lord is holy. But then you have two adjectives, which are, if I'm not making a mistake, dikaios kai. Righteous and holy is the Lord of heaven. That's what that sentence means. Righteous, is that dikaios? Yes. Righteous and holy is the Lord of heaven. Or the Lord of heaven is righteous and holy. That's predicative. Are you getting there? Yes. The secret is knowing your adjectives, whether it is attributive, predicative, or substantive. In this instant, your adjective is a predicative construction. So therefore, you have to translate it with that is, to be, is, esteem. Righteous and holy is the Lord of heaven. Or the Lord of heaven is righteous and holy. Another sentence, I think the time is gone. Just work on those sentences and then we meet. When are we meeting? Tomorrow. Please, don't come to the class unprepared. Get to work on those sentences and then we will deal with them in the class, all of them. You say? What? The numbers again. Okay, let me quickly do that so you can have the numbers. Let's go. There are the numbers. There are the sentences. Sentence 1, 2, 3, 5, 9, and 11. We have done sentence 1 already. And then
Only nouns and verbs,
and adjectives. Everything. You can also put there adjectives. Okay. Thank you, brothers. That will be all for today. We meet tomorrow. And as for our brothers out there, I hope your facilitators will help you to translate these sentences, parse and analyze them successfully. If you have any problem or any question, please talk to me. Any question? Even out there, if you have any question, please. Afrikaans class, is it okay? I heard that your mic will be open today, so you can speak to me. Afrikaans class, do you have any question? I hope silence does not mean confusion. You get me? So, please. So we meet next week. We meet tomorrow. God bless. Thank you.